A new category for Como Audio. Welcome to another Techstination interview. I'm Fred Fishkin, and with us is Como Audio founder and CEO Tom DeVesto. Great to see you again, Tom.
Hey, Fred, same here. Nice to see you.
Well, you're truly a legend in the audio business, having created Tivoli Audio and Cambridge Soundworks and Como Audio. We actually have a couple of new products to talk about. First is the Como Blu Stereo. Give us the overview here of what it is and how it is different for you.
Well, it's the first product that we haven't built in all of the content delivery mechanisms that we have in our other products, i.e. the internet radio, the FM radio and such. It's a product that's designed really for the music lover who wants real stereo, 2 channels, not a simulated second channel, but a real 2-channel, which gives you the kind of sound staging and depth that's only possible by doing that. But with the ability to play analog system straight through with a turntable and playing vinyl with the best resolution available for music lovers, or to be able to stream from a computer or phone through the Bluetooth, sort of any combination of content delivery that's available today. So to have a system that's simple to use, easy, attractive, that sounds good, and that can deliver both the analog resolution that people who like vinyl love and have all of the flexibility of all the digital content that's available.
Let's give folks a look at what the dimensions are here roughly, and the design of this, because this is a 2-unit system, right?
Correct.
Connected by wire.
Correct. The stereo amplifier is built into the master unit, and it runs the slave's second channel off of a wire, which is, by the way, the most dependable way of doing that, especially when you're dealing with analog signals. If you want an analog record to play with all the resolution it is, you don't want to dumb it down to some kind of MP3 quality for transmission wirelessly. So really the wire is the way to keep true to the whole analog chain.
And the design here, Tom, get into that for us a little bit, because that's always a big part of what you do.
Well, the design it's a very Bauhaus kind of approach. The design ends up looking like what it needs to be to deliver the kind of performance necessary. And then we cheat. We use beautiful wood finishes and no plastic. So it looks nice because it's made nicely. The physics of each one of these boxes contains a cubic liter of air inside of it. We use that air to push the drivers back into the original positions after the excursion. So the size and the aspect ratio has everything to do with physics and the performance. And then what we do is we try to put it in attractive enclosures.
So you use some beautiful finishes here with this. Are there choices that people have with this?
Currently, we're offering it in walnut. As we get down the road, we'll try to offer some more finishes. I think we might have a couple of more colors in the background coming out soon. But the basic unit is going to be in walnut to start with.
There's an option to add a battery pack to this as well. Tell me about that.
Correct. Yeah. So we have built in a battery charger inside the unit itself. So that you can use a rechargeable battery pack that we supply that'll play the unit at a quite robust volume level for anywhere from 8 to 15 hours, depending on the volume. So it allows you to take one or even both pieces outside on your terrace and listen to music that you're playing inside. So the battery pack is available, and it makes it a completely flexible system for someone to have in their home or outside on their terrace.
I was going to ask, where do you think most people will wind up using this system? What did you envision when you created it?
Well, it's a robust system. It can be used as your main music listening system. It can be used as a music listening device in a den. It can be used outside. So it's really very flexible. The idea was, to be able to put it where you listen to your music.
And the price is $399. So you made an effort here to make this affordable to many.
It's very important that, if there's no budget limitation, everything should sound great, everything should look great. But when you try to make something that's really good sounding and looking, and make it affordable, that's where the challenge lies. Yeah.
And you alluded to the capability of adding something like a turntable to this, and
Oh, yeah.
you're giving folks a new option for that.
Yeah, I mean, a real stereo system with a turntable. It's funny, after being decades in this business, to being back to reminding people that stereo, two speakers, makes a difference, and analog signal off of a record has the most resolution on tampered with. So we're really back to the future, if you will.
So tell us about the new turntable that you have here, the Como Audio Turntable Analog.
Yeah, so we make two turntables. They're very similar in overall look. One of them has an upgraded Ortofon cartridge in it. But the biggest difference is the ability to transmit the signal from your record via Bluetooth across the room to any music system. So the Blu system has also Bluetooth receiver. So if it's more convenient for you to have your turntable near your record collection and your music system across the room where it sounds best, it's a great way to accomplish that.
So this turntable is also priced at $399, and again, the design here is a matching system, really, right?
It is. I'm actually hopeful that people will use the system as a whole, meaning with the turntable and the Blu speaker system, because then you've really got the ability to play any kind of content that comes to mind.
And a lot of us have vinyl still from the olden days, but there's a lot of new vinyl coming out too, right?
Well, I see the market sort of broken down into three sort of categories. One, the sort of the most easy to understand is people who still have records. And there's a lot of them. There's millions of people around the country who have these massive record collections, and many of them need a new turntable. It's been a long time since they've upgraded their turntable. There's a second category of customer who buys it because it's cool. It's fun to have friends over and take this funny black thing and put it on a record player and listen to it and sort of have a glass of wine, and sort of it's a kind of a cool thing. I think the most important category, though, is a third category of people who like music a lot, who are into music, who find bands or artists that they really move them. And one day they listen to what that sounds like on vinyl, and they go, okay, whoa, I have to have this. I think that's the most important group, because it's really where the rubber meets the road in terms of people who love music and want the maximum amount of their performance. So
it's sometimes interesting to find young people who are discovering this for the first time.
yeah, no, it's great, and they're avid listeners once they get involved in it. Yeah.
So when people think of Como Audio, what is it that you want them to think of? And they have a lot of choices out there. I don't need to tell you that. But what do you feel sets you apart?
Well, a combination of delivering the performance that we promise. They should know that there's a level of diminishing returns, a benchmark after which you pay more money and you get less and less return for the money. So we try to hit that benchmark of spending enough money where you get something quite good without having to spend a tremendous amount of money for things that you don't appreciate. The other thing that we'd like to think of people thinking of Como Audio is that we're very service oriented. Pretty much 24/7, someone can send us an email and they'll be answered within a few hours. Any kind of service problem. We have trained people. They actually have college degrees in recording arts, so they're not just salesmen who we've given some keywords to, but they're trained engineers to help people with any of their issues in terms of hooking up or any problems with the product or whatever. We're there for them.
Has the pandemic and all the supply chain stuff caused many problems with the company?
Oh yeah, I mean we're just a little speck in the overall scheme of things here, but we've had product shortages throughout the year where roughly half of the time we're out of our best selling products, and we get them in, they sell through, and we've had trouble getting factories even to commit for delivery dates for components that we need to build stuff. So it's tough. And it's one of the reasons we're taking what components are available and building products out of them that we think will be satisfying to customers, like the Blue. We're having trouble getting our internet radio platform modules, and so we built a product without them that in some ways is kind of niftier because it costs less, and you can use your phone or your computer for all of the hard stuff.
That's true. Many computers do have the capability as well, the Bluetooth capability to be able to stream to the speaker system as well.
Yeah.
Terrific. So for more information, people can go to Como, C-O-M-O audio.com. Tom DeVesto, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Brad, it's always a pleasure, man. Thank you very much.